Hello and welcome to Teenz Time. Teenz Time is aimed at enhancing educational and moral values as well as tackling teenage-related issues, and I am Ijoma Idika Chima. Today we will be looking at the ordeals of a teenage girl. Several teenagers experience various forms of violence and abuse, which could be physical, psychological, sexual, and verbal. This is the story of Blessing. Blessing lived with her single mother, who always felt the bitterness of a broken marriage. She would often vent her frustration on the girl at the slightest opportunity, telling her how worthless she was. Also rejected by her father, who felt a female child was less important. He abandoned her mother, who refused to terminate the female fetus. The poor girl experienced psychological and emotional abuse with no affection, instead words of devaluation from her mom. When her mother passed on, with no trace of her father, she was adopted by an uncle and his wife to become a housemaid at age 15. It only grew worse, from verbal abuse to all sorts of domestic violence, including physical abuse, starvation, and molestation by her uncle, who attempted to abuse her sexually. Each time he tried, she resisted and ended up with battering for not giving in. He accused her of disrespecting him, and her constant maltreatment caused her frequent lateness to school. This gained her the attention of a particular teacher, who most times would scold, flog, or pet her whenever she came late. The teacher became fond of her. Viewing her disadvantaged state, he began to harass her sexually. Although she declined, he threatened her with expulsion and low grades for refusal. On the other hand, promised her high grades as well as scholarship up to the university level if she accepted his offer. To achieve his ambitions, he made school unbearable for Blessing. The teacher had his way. When he ordered her to pick up some textbooks, he deliberately left at his quarters, where she was mercilessly raped by him. The society did not believe her story. They frowned and stigmatized her. She had no one to defend her or a platform for help. Blessing became pregnant, dropped out of school, disowned by her own guardian, rejected by her father, left in the streets to face her plight. But the most painful part of all was that she was infected with the HIV virus. Such were the ordeals of Blessing, the teenage girl. Well, we've heard the story. Now, some teenagers go through what Blessing has experienced, so there is need for the society to create platforms where teenagers can seek for help. And to the teenagers, it's time for you to speak out so you can be helped. Well, that's all we have in Teenz Time for this week. We hope to see you next week. Over now to Onyedia.